In this series, we're taking you behind the scenes of real homes here in Colorado and taking you through the process of how to turn something average into something incredible. Today, we're here in beautiful Golden, Colorado at a property my client just purchased. And what we're going to be doing today is taking you through the whole process of how he's going to renovate this home. And he's also going to take us through the process of how to not overspend. We're going to take you through how to position this property once the updates are done to be well over $1 million. It's going to compete in this market. But the key here is we're not going to overspend on this renovation. And I also am joined by special guest Kaz Gable from Eat, Gather, Love, who's going to walk us through exactly how we're going to do this, but also more importantly, why we're going to do this. So can't wait to take you guys through this. Golden is one of the most desirable communities in the whole Denver metro area. Not only has the market not dipped here, but you're so close to the mountains, you're close to Breckenridge and all that the mountains have to offer. And that's why this is such a desirable place to stay. But we've talked about it already. The key to this renovation is that we don't want to overspend and we want to make sure we compete in the market. We purchased this home at $825,000 and we want to make sure we're not overspending in our budget, but we want to compete at about 1.2 once this thing is completed. The good news is when renovating a home like this, you don't have to touch everything. The roof had been new on this home and the bones of this place structurally was all really good. And so 80% of the value you're going to return on your updates is going to come right here in the kitchen, the flooring, and in the bathrooms, and I'll take you through that in a second. When updating a home, I always recommend that you start right here in the kitchen. Between the kitchen and the living space behind me is where you spend about 85% of your time. But here's the key, you can quickly blow out the budget here. The beautiful thing about this home, so we can knock out this island, we can raise this ceiling, we can do new countertops, new cabinetry, new appliances, and we can spend roughly around $30,000 to $40,000 right here, and this space is gonna feel completely different. The key again is not to blow out the budget and overspend. So I'm here with Kaz Gable from Eat, Gather, Love. And Kaz, you guys are contractors that work all across Colorado, but really talk about what are the most high revenue generating upgrades you can make, but also how that we're not gonna blow out the budget on this one, because we do have a ceiling on the value of this home.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the best place to start is to get into kind of what you're working with in the house right now. So what works here? And there's a lot of things in this unit, in this home, that are immense positives. Let's just start with the flooring in the room we're in, the kitchen. I mean, you have this really wonderful oak flooring. It's an amazing shape.
Yeah.
There's a few quirks to the flooring. We've got some old carpet out front that we can pull up. We've got a lowered floor here that we can also raise to height. But adding and then refinishing all this flooring, massive, massive aesthetic upgrade.
Yeah.
But wood's inexpensive. It's a really inexpensive way to boost just your initial impression on walking in the house.
Yeah.
Other places are like bathrooms, and same thing though. So if we're looking at a bathroom, the big project here for bathrooms is the primary. And so what we have there is plumbing locations, simple thing like that. Just you're looking about design, we're gonna gut the bathroom, but when we reinitialize design, let's think about where plumbing fixtures are. What can we work with? Does that layout help us as a starting off point?
Yeah.
I like to start with those points and then build off of that. You know, if there's something you gotta have aesthetic-wise or build-wise, great, let's put it in the budget, but then let's try to prioritize other things without massive changes.
Yeah, so it really starts blowing out the budget when you start blowing out walls, changing floor plans, moving plumbing, electrical, and all that stuff. So what I'm hearing you say is you want to keep everything kind of where it is, but just upgrade it, right?
As much as possible, at least start there, you know, and you can do fun things with that. So we've got a little alcove over here off the kitchen, which is just, there's nothing there. It was just basically a credenza space.
Yeah.
That's already kind of purpose built for something. So let's get creative and think about, we don't have to add anything there, but let's make that a dry bar. That's a fun little accenting place. This house lends itself to a lot of possibilities, which is another great thing. So once you're here, what I'd say is walk around and just get ideas, but at the mind of, let's not be moving walls, like you said. Let's be keeping things roughly where they are and then build and build and build.
I love it. Well, one thing I appreciate about you is that you came in as we were purchasing this product, or this home, and was able to give the 2 cents of like, hey, we can stay within the budget or we might blow it out here. And that really helped my client with his purchase of this property.
Yeah, it was nice to meet him. And it's always fun to come in at that phase. you know, there's definitely input from a builder and a designer that I think are helpful, and hopefully you have a good back and forth there between the two. But like you were saying, this client specifically wanted to have a certain budget, and he knew he wanted to spend a little bit to get what he wanted. And this house is perfect. You guys found the perfect house.
Well, I'm excited to see it when it's done. It's really rare to find an updatable floor plan here in Golden because a lot of stuff is much older. So I told my client, I think this is the one we should get. And I'm really happy it worked out. And I'm really excited to see this process.
Yeah, we're excited to get started.
Cool. Awesome, brother. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. The second biggest value driver is going to be your bathrooms. What we're going to do right here is we're going to install a powder bathroom right here to take this home from a 2-bath to a 2.5 bath, which is going to not only provide convenience for guests, which will add to the resale value, but it's also going to just bring up the value because that's how homes are appraised as well. And so in here, in the primary bathroom, this is where we're going to spend most of our budget. The key again is we're not changing floor plans, we're just updating this. We're going to do new vanity, new cabinetry. We're going to do a massive, really cool shower, steam shower in here. But like I said, we're not really changing the floor plan, we're just updating what we have in here already. And the third biggest area of the highest return is going to be right here, your flooring. The beautiful thing about this is we've got some original red oak hardwood floors, but they just looked aged right now because they yellow over time. So what we're going to do, we're going to raise this flooring right here to match the kitchen. We're going to remove this carpet and match this as well, sand it down, refinish it, and update it so it feels really cohesive throughout. One of the highest value opportunities you have in a home is to match the flooring, especially through the main level. Makes it feel really cohesive, and that's a high level design feature that I would definitely recommend. So if you're thinking about flipping a home, renovating a home, or maybe right now you just need to purchase at a lower purchase price on a property and have a live-in flip where you renovate it over time, then this is the series for you. And if you'd enjoyed this series, then please subscribe, because I'm Nate Forrest with Forrest Denver Homes, and I would love to be a resource to you. And if you'd like to connect with Kaz Gable from Eat, Gather, Love, his information is in the description below. And trust me, you're gonna wanna see how this home turns out, because this one's gonna be special.